was the EEC's move 50 years or whatever ago prudent move? I remember recently Van Imp and some of these big evangelists. I mean, they might have gone to school, but I don't know who controls the school or what it taught him or anything, but straight math he was falling on. Now the Bible said that this image and the end time, the feet had 10 toes. Okay, there was another prophecy given about a nondescript beast which had 10 horns. 3 were uprooted and 1 took its place. But it's the same thing here about the 10 toes. So it's like saying like there are 10 toes, 3 going to be broken off, but 1 going to grow back. So, Van Imp was saying, Evangelist Van Imp was saying that, well, you have 10, and then you have 13, and then 3 going to break off, and then you can come back to 10, so that it will be like 10 horns or the 10 toes on the image. And that is heresy. He doesn't understand the scripture. It's saying, or you gather that the beast and the statue are the same prophecy, but one is giving more details. And so the manuscript beast tells you that, yes, there were 10 toes, but here the 10 horns, 3 were uprooted and 1 took its place. So in actual fact, there are going to be 8. Now, I'm not going to waste time trying to say which are the nations in Europe that are the 8. But in spite of that, it doesn't matter, because they still will not be united. I mean, look, yes, God doesn't want the past, like the Middle Ages, to come back again, where disease and ignorance and all this kind of church over state fight and all this stuff going on. But let me look at the natural progress of things. Now, if, like in the Caribbean, let me use the illustration, 60 years ago, 50 years ago, it would have been very easy for the Caribbean to become one nation. The 13 or whatever states over there, Guyana to Jamaica, and Bahamas and all them, Antigua, to become one state. But today, even though many of them are failing, and it might be good that they will want to join with some strong ones to come up a little bit, and the strong ones can come down a little bit, or things will get better, because one is strong, but altogether it's omnipotent, sort of, stronger. I should use the word omnipotent. So with Europe, maybe, but not necessarily maybe, because they were united in the past and it was divided up, because it seems like division is always the better thing to do. You had Charlemagne, Charles V, and all these people that were trying to acquire more and more and more, and then suddenly he'll die, and then his kids started fighting and the thing broke up. So they have a history of trying to come together, because Charlemagne or Charles V, he was crowned the Emperor of Rome, and it looks as if he was going to be the man to unite Europe. He had the most lands. And then they tried to marry into each. According to the Bible, they marry in over there with those who own over there, so that they could bring all under one thing. But as God says, some way it didn't work. The sons started to fight, or some little fief rise up and knock off a couple and take some part and so on. But so it never really was a possibility in the past. I don't see how it's going to be today, and especially since nations have had a chance to distinguish themselves. I mean, Greece, when they were a superpower, they did the others' proud things, and then Rome come beat them up and did stuff and so forth. So I know that people use diplomacy and so forth, but you think Greece and Italy could join together? People are going to remember the past, and so you had language, you had a time to be yourself. Germany is strong, and so on and so forth. How are you going to subjugate your national identity and all this success that you've had, and so forth? So when you go to the Olympics, it's going to be the European Union as opposed to Germany or Russia and Greece and so on. We still have that thing. It's like, Greece, yes. I mean, so we're going to be the common language. I mean, there's so many problems. God says it's not going to happen. Okay, so I mean, yes, the economic thing has come on, and I'm going to bring it on, but without the economics thing, people do not trust each other. I mean, I'm not trying to insinuate no reasons why it shouldn't happen. I mean, I would like to see the world be at peace, and if they think that this is going to bring them peace, you know, cream your jeans, have fun. I mean, I'm not, however, expecting nothing because Scripture says nothing's going to happen. So I'm not expecting nothing. And if you could do it, good luck, you know. But today it's Greece, they're the beating of Greece. But in Italy, it's vulnerable. Spain and Portugal are vulnerable. France and Germany and so on, they're strong and good. And Sweden and Norway, yeah. But you know how the future is going to be if things continue the way they are and we don't have something coming through. Man, we're going to be in some serious problems. So follow me. I have a 50-year plan that I think could make things a little better until the Lord comes. So I don't expect Europe to be united, period.